Ever wondered what the most famous game of 2023 was? A question that has echoed in the halls of gaming communities worldwide. As the year began, the anticipation was palpable. Every gamer, every enthusiast, was on the edge of their seat, waiting, guessing, speculating. What would it be? A groundbreaking RPG, a revolutionary shooter, or perhaps an innovative indie game that would shatter all expectations? Hints were dropped, rumors spread like wildfire. Cryptic tweets from developers, vague trailers, and mysterious blog posts fueled the growing excitement. Every breadcrumb left by the creators was dissected, analyzed, and debated in forums and chat rooms. The gaming world was buzzing, a hive of activity and anticipation. The mystery was intoxicating, the suspense was thrilling, it was a game in itself, a global treasure hunt. And then, it arrived. The game that would define 2023. But what was it? Stay tuned to find out which game stole the spotlight in 2023. As the year 2023 kicked off, a new game began to make waves. As the clock struck midnight, marking the beginning of the new year, the gaming world was introduced to a novel experience that would soon become a phenomenon. This wasn't just another addition to the gaming landscape, it was a revolution. It came out of nowhere, catching both gamers and critics off guard with its fresh perspective and groundbreaking gameplay. The initial release was a spectacle to behold. It was as if a tidal wave had hit the gaming community, sweeping everyone off their feet. The game was met with wide-eyed wonder and an electric buzz of anticipation that was palpable in every discussion, every review, and every first impression video that flooded the internet. Critics, always ready with their sharp analyses, were left scrambling for words. They hailed it as a breath of fresh air, a game that dared to push the boundaries and redefine what a game could be. Gamers, on the other hand, were equally entranced. The initial reactions ranged from awe to disbelief, with many unable to contain their excitement about the unique features that set the game apart from its competitors. The game didn't just have one or two standout features, it was a confluence of innovative elements that created an immersive experience like never before. The graphics were stunning, the storyline was engaging, and the gameplay mechanics were a masterclass in creativity. But perhaps the most striking feature was its ability to evolve, to adapt to the player's choices, making each gaming experience unique, personalized, and unpredictable. In a world where gamers are constantly seeking new experiences, this game offered something different, something that hadn't been seen before. It didn't just raise the bar, it smashed through the roof, setting a new standard for what a game could be. The game was off to a promising start, but no one could have anticipated what was to come. In no time, this game was on everyone's screens and in everyone's conversations. It was as if a tidal wave had swept across the globe, every corner of the world consumed by this digital force of nature. It didn't matter if you were in the bustling cities of New York or Tokyo, the quaint towns of Europe, or the remote villages of Africa, the echo of this game was everywhere. The game's meteoric rise in popularity was nothing short of impressive. It was like a wildfire spreading from one player to the next, from one country to another, until it had engulfed the entire globe in its digital flame. Millions were drawn into its captivating universe every day. By the end of its first year, the game had amassed an astonishing player base in the billions. This wasn't just a game, it was a global community. It connected people across continents, breaking down barriers of language and culture. It fostered a sense of camaraderie and competition, a shared experience that transcended physical borders. It was a melting pot of diverse perspectives and creative ideas. The game's impact was not just limited to its player base, it had managed to infiltrate popular culture. It was the topic of water cooler conversations, the inspiration behind fashion trends, the muse for countless works of art. It was the subject of academic studies, the driver of technological advancements, the catalyst for policy discussions. Let's take a moment to appreciate the enormity of this phenomenon. Billions of players, millions of hours spent in gameplay every single day, countless communities formed, friendships forged, rivalries sparked. A cultural impact so profound it had redefined the very fabric of our society. With every passing moment, the game's influence grew. It was as if the world had been caught in a digital storm, and at the eye of it all was this game. Its grip on the global consciousness was unyielding, its influence far-reaching. It was clear, this game was a global phenomenon. But what exactly made this game so irresistible to millions of players worldwide? The answer lies in a unique combination of key features that set it apart from the rest. One of the most notable is the innovative gameplay. The developers went above and beyond, crafting an immersive experience that truly captivated players. It wasn't just about hitting the right buttons at the right time. It was about strategy, about making decisions that would impact the course of the game. This level of complexity and depth added a layer of realism that was hard to resist. Then we have the engaging story. The narrative wasn't just a backdrop, but a vital component of the game. The developers wove an intricate tale, filled with memorable characters, unexpected twists, and emotional moments. This wasn't just a game, it was an epic saga that players could truly invest in. Of course, we cannot overlook the high-quality graphics. The game was a visual feast, with stunning environments, detailed character designs, and seamless animations. The developers didn't just create a game, they created a world, a universe that players could lose themselves in. But what truly set this game apart was the developers' continuous updates and their interaction with the community. They didn't just release a game and then move on to the next project. No, they stayed engaged, listening to feedback, making improvements, and adding new content. This level of commitment and communication fostered a sense of community and loyalty among players. It made them feel valued, appreciated, and most importantly, heard. Moreover, the developers understood that success wasn't just about creating a great product. It was about nurturing and maintaining a relationship with their players. They didn't just create a game, they created an experience, an ongoing journey that players could be a part of. The perfect blend of these elements was the secret recipe to its success. The game's innovative gameplay, engaging story, high-quality graphics, and the developers' continuous updates and community engagement all played a crucial role in making it the most famous game of 2023. So, where does the game go from here? It's a question that's probably been lingering in your mind throughout our discussion. As we gaze into the future of this globally dominant game, there are a few key aspects we need to consider. First up, planned updates. The creators have always been committed to keeping the game fresh and exciting, and that certainly isn't going to stop anytime soon. They've hinted at a slew of updates that will bring new features, new modes, and new challenges that will keep players on their toes. We can expect these updates to not only enhance the gameplay, but also to keep the game relevant in an ever-evolving industry. Expansions are also on the table. The game's immersive world is ripe for expansion, with the potential for new realms, new characters, and new narratives that will take the storyline to a whole new level. The creators have been tight-lipped about the specifics, but the anticipation is already building. Community events are another aspect to watch out for. These events have always been a vital part of the game's charm, bringing players together in a shared experience. The future promises even more of these events, each one bigger and better than the last. They're not just about competition, but about camaraderie, about creating a sense of belonging among players from all corners of the globe. As for the long-term impact of the game on the industry, that's a bit harder to pin down. But one thing's for sure, it's already reshaping the way we think about gaming. It's shown us that games can be more than just a pastime. They can be a platform for connection, for creativity, for community. And that's a legacy that will undoubtedly continue to influence the industry for years to come. So there you have it. The future of the game is bright, filled with endless possibilities and exciting developments. Only time will tell if this game will continue to dominate the gaming world. But for now, it's safe to say that the game is here to stay, and we are all eager to see where it takes us next. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned about the most famous game of 2023. We embarked on a journey, exploring the rise of this phenomenal game, witnessing how it quickly ascended to the top, captivating millions across the globe. This wasn't just a game, it was a revolution, breaking barriers and setting new standards in the gaming world. We dove into the game's unique features, the secret sauce that led to its success. From its innovative gameplay mechanics to the immersive world building, every detail was carefully crafted, creating a gaming experience like no other. Finally, we gazed into the crystal ball, predicting the future of the game. With its continuous updates, attention to player feedback, and commitment to innovation, it's safe to say that the game's reign is far from over. That's a wrap on the most famous game of 2023. Until next time, stay tuned for more gaming insights and updates.